Welcome back to Simple Spoken English. Today we're diving into an exciting topic, learning English. Can you believe it? Over 1 billion people around the world are either speaking or learning English right now. Whether you're just starting or looking to improve your skills, you're in the right place. We'll explore why learning English is such a popular goal and how it can open up incredible opportunities. So, are you ready to start this journey with us? Let's get right into it. Learning English is such an exciting goal for so many people around the world. Can you imagine how many people are chasing this dream right now? Guess what? 1 billion. People are either speaking English or learning it. That's a huge number, right? Isn't it fascinating? There are endless reasons why people choose to learn English, and every story is different. Some people might need to learn it for school or work. Maybe that's your reason too. Imagine acing an exam or landing your dream job just because you've mastered English. How amazing would that be? Others might be getting ready to move to an English-speaking country. Wow, that's a major life change, and English can make the transition so much smoother. Or maybe you're planning a vacation to the US, the UK, or Australia. Now that's thrilling. Picture yourself navigating these places effortlessly thanks to your English skills. Doesn't that sound great? And even if you're visiting a country where English isn't the first language, guess what? You'll still find English helpful because it's spoken and understood nearly everywhere. Isn't that just incredible? But wait, there's more. Some people dive into learning English purely for the joy of it. Learning a new language can be a fun adventure in itself. How cool is that? It's not just about the practical benefits. For many, learning English is a way to connect with different cultures, explore new ideas, and even make friends from across the globe. That's the beauty of language. It brings people together. And let me tell you, mastering English, it's not just about understanding words. It's about opening doors to new worlds and opportunities. Whether you dream of traveling, working internationally, or simply expanding your horizons, English is your key. And the best part? Anyone else can learn it. Yes, you heard that right. Anyone. If you're determined, focused, and open to trying new things, there's absolutely no reason why you can't achieve fluency. Isn't that such great news? You might be wondering, do I need to live in an English-speaking country to get better? Well, guess what? You don't. Isn't that a relief? You can start your English journey from anywhere in the world. With today's technology, you have access to countless resources online, videos, podcasts, articles, and even friends to chat with. So, why wait? If you're serious about learning English or just improving the skills you already have, now's the perfect time to get started. Do you feel that energy building up? Are you ready to dive into some powerful tips to kickstart your learning journey? Don't hold back. Whether you're just starting or looking to take your English to the next level, these tips are going to help you. So, let's jump right in. Are you excited? Let's do this together, step by step. 1. Make a list of your English language learning goals. When you're learning a new language, take a moment to really think about why you're doing it. Is it for work? Do you need to prove your fluency because your company insists on it? Maybe your job is requiring you to finally get that promotion and fluency is the last step. Or is it something else, like the TOEFL exam? Oh, that can be stressful, right? All those requirements to pass? It's a lot of pressure. Maybe you're dreaming of studying at a top-tier university in the United States or the United Kingdom. Or wait, maybe you're planning a big trip somewhere exciting and you want to be able to communicate like a local. Isn't that amazing? Whatever your reason, it's crucial to understand that achieving these goals might take some time. Some might take months of dedication, and others could take years of steady work. But hey, don't worry. There are so many incredible resources out there that will guide you through this journey and make it so much easier. From apps to videos to online communities, you're not alone in this. So, what's your reason for learning English? Let's dive deep into that together and figure it all out step by step. Remember, the clearer your goals, the easier it'll be to achieve them. 2. Take a course that matches your level. Studying on your own is great, right? You get to go at your own pace, choose what you want to learn, and there's no one rushing you. But let's be real here. Doing it solo can only take you so far. If you're serious about learning English, like really leveling up your skills, why not take it up a notch? That's where a good English course comes in. Have you ever thought about enrolling in one that perfectly aligns with your language learning goals? You could choose a traditional route, like joining a school or community center. These places offer structured courses that guide you from beginner to advanced levels. Sure, they may follow a strict curriculum, but that might be exactly what you need. There's a comfort in knowing you're progressing through well-defined steps, right? But maybe that doesn't fit your style. No worries. There's another option: e-learning. Sites like Udemy or Coursera are amazing because they let you customize your learning experience. You can pick courses based on specific topics, study at your own pace, and decide how much time you want to dedicate to each lesson. Doesn't that sound fantastic? You can take your time, choose what truly interests you, and not be bound by a rigid schedule. Plus, many of these platforms offer interactive elements, like quizzes and feedback, so you still get that guidance you'd find in a traditional class.
3. Learn English grammar. No matter your ultimate goal, whether it's travel, work, or school, understanding basic English grammar is non-negotiable. I know. Grammar can seem overwhelming, especially when you're just starting out. With all the irregular verbs, strange spellings, and confusing conjugations, it might feel like too much. But here's the thing. Mastering grammar is essential. You can't avoid it even if you wanted to. English grammar forms the foundation of the language. If you know the rules, everything else becomes so much easier. You might find English grammar to be a bit tricky because it isn't always phonetic. A word may look one way but sound completely different when spoken. That alone can throw you off. But don't worry, there are tons of resources to help you. You could start with something simple like English Grammar 101 to get a general understanding. Trust me, this will give you a solid foundation to build upon. Oh, and here's something crucial. Be mindful of common grammar mistakes, even the ones that native speakers make. Focus on those tricky tenses, learn your prepositions, and don't forget to spend some time on spelling too. Taking the time to study these details will pay off in ways you can't imagine, making your communication much smoother and clearer. 4. Learn a new English word every day? Absolutely. Think about this. The more words you know, the better you'll be at expressing yourself, right? That's the beauty of vocabulary. Each new word is a tool you can use to communicate more effectively. But there's only one way to expand your vocabulary. You have to learn new words consistently, every single day. And here's the trick. You must use them. Don't just memorize words. Find ways to use them in sentences, in conversations, and in writing. That's how you'll truly make them a part of your language skills. Wondering where to begin? How about starting with flashcards of the most commonly used English words? Once you've mastered the basics, go ahead and level up. Grab a thesaurus and start learning more sophisticated words. It's fun to discover new ways to express yourself, isn't it? And don't forget, newspapers are great for this. Try subscribing to one in English, read a couple of articles in the morning, and circle the words you don't know. Bam! You've got new vocabulary to add to your list. Another great idea? Turn on English subtitles while watching TV shows or movies. You'll learn how new words are pronounced, and it's such an effective and fun way to build your vocabulary.
5. And don't forget to write those new words down. Anytime you come across a word you don't know, don't just let it slip by. Write it down. Many language learners swear by this method. They carry around small notebooks or even use apps on their phones just for this purpose. A vocabulary journal can be your secret weapon. Whenever you find a new word, whether it's while reading a book, scrolling through social media, or talking to someone, jot it down immediately. Soon enough, you'll have a full collection of new words that you can flip through whenever you have a spare moment. Isn't that exciting? Imagine how much your vocabulary will grow. 6. Find an English-speaking conversation partner. This is huge. If you really want to get good at English, you have to practice speaking it. There's no way around it. Think about it. Pronunciation, listening skills, even your confidence, all of it comes from practice. And the best way to do this is by finding a conversation partner who speaks English fluently. But what if you don't know any native speakers? No problem. There are language exchange programs out there just for people like you. They work like this. You help someone learn your language, and in return, they help you with your English. Isn't that a win-win situation? If that doesn't work for you, there's always the option of looking around in your community. Schools, local organizations, and even some cafes offer meetups where people practice English together. Find someone you can talk to regularly. It will make a huge difference in your progress.
7. Read a book written in English. You can do it. Whether you're just starting or already have a good grasp of the language, reading in English is one of the best ways to improve. Do you enjoy novels? Perfect. Join an online literature class where you'll get the chance to dive into classic works of literature that will deepen your understanding of the language. Don't worry if you're still at the beginning stages of learning. Start small. Children's books are an excellent way to begin. They offer simple grammar and sentence structure while teaching you basic elements of storytelling. How cool is that? You'll be learning, but it won't feel like work at all. 8. Watch movies in English with subtitles. Who doesn't love watching movies? It's one of the most entertaining ways to improve your English. What's your favorite genre? Action, horror, or romance? Imagine this. You can enjoy your favorite films and improve your English at the same time. Sounds fun, right? But if you're worried you won't catch everything, don't stress. Just turn on subtitles in your native language. The magic of this method is that you'll be absorbing new vocabulary and improving your listening skills without even realizing it. You'll find yourself picking up phrases, slang, and nuances in the language that are often hard to learn from textbooks alone. Isn't that amazing? Once you're comfortable with your listening skills, turn off the subtitles. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Once you've gained some confidence with your listening skills, challenge yourself, watch the movie without subtitles. At first, it might feel a bit overwhelming, but trust me, this is the best way to truly hone your listening skills. When you're no longer relying on the subtitles, you're forcing your brain to listen more attentively, to focus on pronunciation and sentence structure. It's exciting, isn't it? You'll be amazed at how quickly you can catch the gist of a conversation. If you're able to understand a whole movie without subtitles, that's a huge milestone. Keep pushing yourself. It's a powerful way to track your progress. 10. Use your hobbies and interests to motivate yourself. Learning a new language can sometimes feel like a big mountain to climb, but here's a little secret. When you combine your hobbies and interests with language learning, it becomes so much easier and more enjoyable. Do you love finance, travel, pets, or food? Great! Dive into those topics in English. Whether it's reading blogs, browsing websites, or even checking out online newspapers, focusing on subjects you care about keeps you motivated. And you know what's even better? You'll feel the excitement of learning new vocabulary while exploring things you already love. Want to take it up a notch? Join a discussion board and talk about these topics in English. It's a fantastic way to practice. 11. Buy a computer program. Yes, language learning software can be a bit expensive, but think of it as an investment in yourself. If you're serious about learning English and find it tough to attend regular classes, a good program can be your best friend. These programs are interactive, engaging, and fit around your schedule. You can learn at your own pace and tackle difficult areas like grammar, pronunciation, or writing. Plus, if you're already taking online courses, this could be the perfect supplement to boost your skills. The great thing is, the more resources you have, the faster and more efficiently you can learn. Why not give it a shot? 12. Watch news programs in English. Ever watch the news in English? It's a gold mine for language learners. News anchors tend to speak slowly, clearly, and with great pronunciation. By listening to them regularly, you're sharpening your pronunciation and understanding of formal English. It's super helpful, especially if one of your goals is to sound more professional or well-spoken. What's more, watching news programs from different English-speaking countries allows you to absorb not only the language but also the local culture and current events. Planning to travel to the UK or Australia? Tune in to their news shows. It's a fun and informative way to prepare for your trip while improving your language skills. 13. Find a popular television show in English. Who doesn't love a good TV show, right? English-speaking countries have some of the best television series out there, whether you're into dramas, sitcoms, or reality shows. The best part? Watching these shows helps you familiarize yourself with different English accents, slang, and conversational speech. In the US, for example, people might recommend watching sitcoms like Friends or The Office. In the UK, you could get into shows like Sherlock or Doctor Who. Each show gives you a fresh perspective on the language, exposing you to different accents and informal ways of speaking. The more you watch, the more natural English will sound to you, and before you know it, you'll be following the conversations effortlessly. 14. Work on perfecting your accent. Pronunciation is a big part of mastering any language. English is unique because it has so many dialects. The English you hear in New Zealand sounds different from what you'll hear in Scotland. The way Americans speak is quite different from how people in Jamaica do. But don't let that confuse you. Instead, think about where you plan to use your English. Dreaming of studying abroad in Australia? Then focus on the Australian accent. Learn how Aussies pronounce things and you'll be well on your way to fitting right in. Want to move to the US? Learn how Americans speak, focusing on their pronunciation and intonation. The good news is, there are tons of online resources, YouTube tutorials, blogs, and even accent training courses to help you perfect the accent of your choice. 15. At the same time, don't worry too much about your accent. You might be feeling a little anxious about how you sound when you speak English, but let me tell you something important. Don't worry too much about your accent. Depending on your personal and professional goals, you may not even need to change your accent at all. Many non-native English speakers have built successful, even lucrative careers while still speaking English with an accent. And do you know what really matters most? It's that your listeners can understand you clearly. So if you're confident in your speaking skills and feel like you don't need to work on your accent anymore, that's perfectly fine. You can focus on other ways to improve. Why not try a new challenge? Maybe you can enhance your listening skills by taking a course on Udemy where you can learn how to better understand fast native speakers. Or if you want to work on pronunciation, you can do it at your own pace. There's always something new to explore, and the best part is, you don't have to lose your accent to succeed. 16. Practice writing in English. Do you know the difference between a simile and a metaphor? Understanding these types of figures of speech can boost your language skills even more. While you're improving your speaking, listening, and reading, it's equally important to improve your writing skills too. Writing in English can feel like a completely different world sometimes, but it's such a valuable skill to master. Why not consider taking an English writing course? Some of these courses offer you the chance to try writing different types of essays. As you continue practicing, your confidence in writing will grow. Imagine how good it will feel when you can express your thoughts clearly and effectively on paper. And if you want to take your writing skills up a notch, try studying some complex sentence structures. Mastering writing isn't just about sounding smart. It's about expressing your ideas clearly and effectively, no matter the situation. 17. Make time to get some real-world practice. You've been working on your English skills. That's fantastic. But to really take it to the next level, you've got to put those skills to the test in the real world. If you live in an English-speaking country, why not try calling a local store? Ask them something simple like, "What time do you open on Saturday?" It might seem small, but it's a huge step toward improving your confidence. Or go to a restaurant and order food in English. Even better, pick up the phone and make a call in English. Don't worry, these small interactions will build your courage bit by bit. But what if you don't live in an English-speaking country? Don't worry, you can still practice. Try writing a message in English through a company's live chat function if you have any questions about a product. It's all about using English in real everyday situations that make your learning come alive. 18. Travel to an English-speaking country and use English while you're there. Are you ready for an exciting adventure? One of the most challenging, yet incredibly fun, ways to improve your English is by immersing yourself in an English-speaking environment. If you get the chance to visit an English-speaking country, go for it. Not only will you get to practice speaking with native speakers, but you'll also have the opportunity to work on your listening, reading, and writing skills all at the same time. Imagine hopping on a train and listening to the announcements. You'll be learning every minute of your trip, from ordering food to reading signs and even having conversations with locals. It's one of the best ways to accelerate your learning, and you'll create unforgettable memories along the way. 19. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes happen. Every single person who learns a new language makes them, and guess what? It's completely normal. Whether you're trying out a new vocabulary word and it doesn't come out quite right, or you mispronounce something, it's all part of the journey. Don't let those small errors get you down. In fact, embrace them. Let your friends, classmates, or colleagues know that you're learning, and they'll likely be supportive. Some of them might even be learning English themselves. Surrounding yourself with a supportive group of people who understand the challenges of learning a language can make all the difference. Remember, mistakes are stepping stones toward improvement, so wear them proudly. 20. Reread your list of goals frequently. Why did you start learning English? Take a moment to think about your reasons, the doors it could open for you, the new opportunities, the exciting future that mastering English can bring. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day grind of learning and feel overwhelmed, but here's something that can help. Reread your goals frequently. Keep them in sight, maybe even write them down and place them somewhere visible. Whenever you feel stuck or frustrated, remind yourself of those goals. Visualize what achieving them will mean for your future. It's not just about learning words and grammar. It's about unlocking new experiences, adventures, and success. Keep pushing forward with your goals in mind, and you'll stay motivated to reach them. Bonus tip: never stop learning. No matter how much progress you've made, there's always more to discover when it comes to English. Whether you're just starting out or have reached an advanced level, remember this: never stop learning. It's not just about mastering a few grammar rules or memorizing vocabulary. It's about constantly growing, improving, and enjoying the process. If you're a beginner, why not start with something fun? like a conversation class. Udemy offers many engaging courses to fit every skill level. And for those of you who are intermediate or even advanced, challenge yourself. Recite nursery rhymes, dive into advanced grammar courses, or try discussing funny stories from the news. The learning journey is never over, but that's what makes it exciting.
That's it for today's video from Simple Spoken English. We hope you're feeling inspired and ready to take your English learning to the next level. Remember, anyone can learn English if they stay determined and keep practicing. Yes, that includes you. Whether you're learning for work, travel, or just for fun, we're here to guide you every step of the way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips and stories to help you on your English learning journey. See you in the next video.